Once in a quiet coastal town, there lived a boy named Run. People often called him lazy, but inside, he carried silent dreams. He was not weak, not foolish, and not less intelligent. His real battle was with himself. Run always said, "I'll do it tomorrow." His textbooks gathered dust, his room stayed messy, and his dreams drifted further away each day. He wanted to shine, but every evening, he postponed his future just a little more. Slowly, his grades began to fall. Quietly, his confidence slipped. Teachers complained, neighbors whispered, and even his classmates stopped noticing him. At night, Ren would sometimes walk to the shoreline. He stared at the dark sea, listening to the waves crash. He whispered to himself, "Why do I feel stuck? Why can't I change?" No answer came. One evening, his father, a quiet man who worked at the port, finally spoke. "Run," he said, "life does not wait for anyone. Every wasted day is like a stone you carry on your back. If you do not change now, these stones will weigh you down forever." Ren smiled faintly and ignored him. He thought, what difference will one day make? The next morning, he went to school but still felt the same heaviness. Every step toward class felt like carrying invisible stones. Even when friends invited him to play soccer or walk along the pier, he refused. "I'll do it tomorrow," he kept repeating silently. But destiny had its own plan. Near the edge of town, hidden behind a grove of cherry trees, lived an elderly man named Mr. Hayashi. People said he had guided many children, not with lectures, but with quiet wisdom. Ren's mother took him to meet the man one afternoon. Mr. Hayashi studied Ren carefully and said, "You look like someone who trusts tomorrow more than today." Ren lowered his head. No one had ever looked at him like that, like they could see the heaviness in his heart. He handed Ren a small wooden jar and a cloth pouch filled with smooth white stones. "Each morning, place one stone in this jar," Mr. Hayashi said, "but only if you complete the most important task of your day. If you delay, the jar stays empty. Return after 30 days. Ren looked skeptical. "This is it," he thought. The first morning, Ren almost stayed in bed. His body felt heavy, and excuses ran through his mind like a storm. "I'll just skip today. One day won't matter." But something inside him whispered differently. Slowly, he opened his textbooks and studied for 1 hour. Then he dropped the first stone into the jar. The soft sound of it hitting would made him smile faintly. It was small, but it felt significant. The next day, he completed another task. Another stone. Day by day, the stones began to collect. Some days he failed, and the jar remained empty, but he returned the next morning, refusing to give up. During this month, he began noticing small changes in himself. He felt lighter when he finished his morning studies. He noticed that organizing his desk, cleaning his room, and even helping his mother with small chores made him feel a quiet pride. One afternoon, he struggled to understand a math problem and wanted to give up. He sat by the riverbank, skipping stones into the water, thinking of quitting. Then he remembered the jar, the stones, and Mr. Hayashi's words. Slowly, he returned to the problem, worked patiently, and solved it. That day, he placed another stone in the jar. Stone by stone, the jar began to fill. And with each stone, Ren's confidence grew. 30 days later, he returned to Mr. Hayashi. Inside were 19 stones. I couldn't fill it completely," Ren said quietly, ashamed. Mr. Hayashi smiled. "Ren, do not focus on what you couldn't do. Look at what you achieved. Before this, you had 0 stones, 0 habits, 0 discipline. Now you have 19. 19 days where you did not lie to yourself. A mountain is not built by giant leaps, it is built by refusing to step backward." Ren listened carefully, and something ignited inside him. From that day, Ren respected small habits. He woke up at the same time each morning. He read for 1 hour daily and spent a few minutes in quiet reflection, sitting under the cherry trees near his home. Slowly, his memory improved. His grades began to rise steadily, not suddenly, but consistently. 1 year later, Ren had changed completely. His daily habits gave him discipline, focus, and strength. Using these skills, he began helping his mother sell handmade sea glass crafts online. At first, it was only a few items, but each task mattered. Each effort counted. As months passed, he learned how to photograph the crafts beautifully, write short descriptions, and engage with customers. He discovered satisfaction in completing tasks and seeing results, no matter how small. People admired his honesty and hard work. The boy once called lazy was no longer lazy. He had learned that small daily habits are stronger than talent, stronger than luck, and even stronger than intelligence. Ren looked back one evening at the filled jar. The stones, once just objects, had become symbols of perseverance, courage, and consistency. This story is not only about Ren. It is about all of us. Perhaps you delay your dreams. Perhaps you wait for tomorrow. But remember, tomorrow never comes. Your future will only change when you decide to act today. Your new life can begin with one small habit. Pick your habit today, and place your first stone.